The chief designer at NBC when I started there was a very lovely gentleman named Grady Hunt, who's still around. Still, I don't think he works anymore. And he designed the pilot for Ernie Ford, but he designed a set of basic dresses for the girls that he had convinced everybody that by pulling a zipper you could change them into different silhouettes and everything. And then after the pilot, he didn't want to do the show because nobody wanted to do a shit kicker show, and Ernie was a shit kicker. And I said, I can do that. So I went on to do the show, and the first thing the producer said, okay, show us what this dress will do. Well, of course, it didn't do anything. So I was stuck with these little black dresses for my first season that I had to make look like many other types of dresses. So I became very inventive in doing overskirts and jackets and things that worked over this little basic black dress. Ernie was very shy, very sweet man, and certainly sang wonderfully, but he was frightened to death of most of the lady stars who came on the show. And it was very interesting to watch him work with them because he really was not comfortable working with these female stars. If it was a country western star, he was perfectly at ease. But when it was, I remember Greer Garson did one of our first shows, and he was tongue-tied. I considered Ernie a friend. I really did. We had a great time together. He also had to make quick changes. By then I had a dresser working with him, but I also had to help because it took two of them, because sometimes we had 1-minute commercials in order to change them. And he was just a lovely, sweet gentleman who was there to get the job done. I love the fact that it was a show that went on, and I got to stay with it, I guess, for about 3 years. I was not much for change. I liked to have the same group around me.
I understand that Norman Lear was one of the producers.
Bud Yorkin and Norman Lear, yeah.
What was it like working with them at that time? And would you have ever predicted what they might have done later in their career?
No. They were both just gentlemen who ran the show. It was we each had our little job that you did, and even though they were producers and directors, we never had that much contact except at one production meeting a week where you got the information and then you just started running to try to get the show done for the 5 days that you had to get it done in.
He was Ernie Ford was known for ending a show with a spiritual song or religious song. What kind of controversy was that? Did that create back in that time with either networks or advertisers or anybody?
Not that I recall. I don't remember any controversy. I just knew that at that moment I had to come up with a look that was appropriate for what he was doing. You didn't bear the ladies up. You covered them, and you made it all work.